Yo, what's up? Greetings, people. I am Mr. Rozzi, a hip poet. And what does Mr. Rozzi mean? An exciting and complex style intended to confuse the opposition, while at the same time attract those yearning for lyrical strength. Rozzi, aka Blackbeard da Voyager, aka KOOOOL KAT. Oh yeah, that's K with 4 O's. And this is a small introduction so y'all get to know me a little bit better. Hip hop poetry forever. Yo, what's up, poetry hip hop fans? And for those that don't know, I'm an MC first and foremost. And what this is a journey into some of my favorite show clips, some personal flicks, some of my greatest shows, including my very first show I ever performed, and of course, Mr. Rozzi's greatest hits. So y'all relax, cause I's driving, and I'm about to take y'all on a long ride. But don't worry, we got some room left. So y'all come on up here. Here we go. We in this for the long ride. Gonna be in this a long time. All haters, please step aside. My positive vibes. Tell me how you want this verbal thrashing. When I get off the mic, they be like, oh my God. He's a natural at this. His presence is well received. Spectacular individual. Shall I proceed? Go Rozzi, get busy. Who is he? Blackbeard da Voyager. I travel to unravel questions in life, like where the real rap skills go. Now you need money, cold cash, mean green. Yeah, take it like a time machine back to the future without the Michael J. As a fox on the microphone, record and press play. Report the data to my peoples the next day. Excellent taste, bit bar 16 to 8. About a thing, baby. Yeah. We in this for the long ride. Gonna be in this a long time. All haters, please step aside. My positive vibes, we wanna ride. In this for the long ride. Gonna be in this a long time. I got so little room left. Play this in the club, show some love. Yo, who that? So if you don't mind, I'm going to take you back a little bit. Not that far back. Let's take them back to class of 92. The freshest MC in the building. And where it all started. Ben L. Smith High School talent shows. And from on there, everywhere else from that moment. Blazing the microphone. Some days I walk with my hat down. Shaking my head in despair, pull out my hair. In between everywhere and nowhere. For the team that's stronger than others, we's brothers, oh yeah. Persistence is what's gonna get it, oh yeah, come with it. We in this for the long ride. It's not pain, we battle. You lose, you choose to stay nameless. Only cause you have a ripple little in it. That's the beginning, the closure is the beginning. Stay, come on, stay here. Yo, somebody, everybody, with the name Mr. Rozzi, formerly Ken of Grand Jury, growing immensely throughout the NC live performance circuit, it dawned on me after years of doing shows for free, battling anyone who claimed they were better than me, calling in, rapping on the radio. And now my first child is born. I have to make my art make money. I have to. Everywhere I look, I notice something different than I seen from last time. That I heard from last rhyme, last line. I heard him yell, I'll talk to you later. Ooh, now another black you statistic on paper. Ooh, black elephants with 2 feet roam like ancient Greeks, searching for solutions to excuses for I'm extinct. Follow me down the hallways with no pictures, Bibles with no scriptures, lamps a doorknob. Poor job, parting when I stay poor pay. More ways than when to skin a cat. Gang is where you at, in the back. We don't came far from that. Not just front seat riding, we be driving. Sometimes tipsy off the liquor. It's our fault. Simple turns, black thoughts. For all of the started doing opening gigs for, you know, the so-called big MCs who came through. So I got this notion. I needed a group. We all gotta change, rearrange, throw them things. I formed Dutch Masters in '95 with Genghis Khan and DJ Precise, and then went on to release the critically acclaimed Black Liquor on the Dutch Masters EP in '96. Though the project was stalled, it was a true blessing nonetheless, with Black Liquor tearing up the Make It or Break It all throughout the NC radio listening area. Nothing can stop my attraction or fascination for this hip-hop though. The government, they get 1/3 of my check and they already got my license. I keep writing fresh rhymes, hit them all of the time. Next time, you can beat us with meters. At 8 o'clock when we rock your spot, from the oyster bar to the moon room, stay cool. Alright, spell Zoom, go shoot, come to a theater near you. The real shit, the feel shit, still swift like a Lamborghini with a spoiler kit on 40. Sporty cars, buck on with 2 rhymes. Critical, hollow points, pump. What you want? Talk a whole bunch of junk and you gonna end up in my trunk. What you want? Like a ghost with the utmost respect, nigga dunk. And I'm gonna start to reject your shit. Exit your shit off the block, cause we stand in the middle of the street and still rock. Lexus, don't start sweating us, cause the next kid won't be the best of us. Leave my mark like Zorro. In many places, I see many faces. Yo, what up? This is an exclusive, so keep walking, stop talking. So in mid-97, 98, while the buzz was still hot and heavy, Rozzi jumped right back into the studio to record the highly anticipated second release titled Way Overdue. A short, only 4 tracks, but still pleasant listening serving, gave hip-hop fans just what they needed. Someone with class, attitude, a sense of humor, and pizzazz. Plus gave them just what they wanted. Pure lyrics. Cuts like the honorable and skillful Way Overdue. Lead-off single. To the very intense, frustrated 12-inch actors featuring Doc Sin of the newly formed Dominion Alliance. Together along with Big Ski and Doc Sin, the rap game would be in for a treat. Thoroughbred run a course like a racehorse with underworld force. Absolute 100 proof, reckless words pierce like swords. Wise tongues speak truth to separate you from your arms, legs, and head. Now you're just a torso or soul. Mixed lyrics like them black morsels and chips and brownie mix. So dramatic on the 12-inch, you make my ears swell. We negotiate like Samuel to set a standard bell. But as fate would have it, after all the promo shows, product running low, internal bickering, and a dismal follow-up, Dominion Eargasm presents Doc Sin and Mr. Rozzi. The dysfunctional family would never be heard from again as a whole. It was time to pursue the positive energy that kept me smiling. Play, Mr. Rozzi. Don't play. Yo, bring me that joke. In the meantime, between recording that is, Mr. Rozzi started hosting The Remedy, which really opened his mind and heart up to poetry. It was a time to do what was really in my heart, go for dolo, hence the delivery of the breathtaking Cloud 9, a funky laid-back verbal assault on the mic with the R&B on the hook by Mahogany.
All right, let's go ahead and drop this joint real quick then, man. Cloud 9, Mr. Rozzi, y'all. All right. It is Talent Wednesday, and every Wednesday we find a local artist, they send us something hot, we get them on the morning show, all right?
it was sensational. So with Cloud9 terrorizing the radio throughout the Carolinas and Virginia, it was only right to hit the road again. But this time, not only featuring and headlining shows, why not book the whole venue and promote Mr. Rozzi shows and bring other indie artists along? This the creation of the Green Light Cyphers, Thursday Night Lives, and the now famous Rough Rhymes that evoked the essence of hip-hop back to the indie circuit, back to the late night clubs, back to the streets. I would say by the end of 2000, I was doing more shows than most major artists by far. And that continued with the 2001 release on the indie label Spot Rushers titled Mistaken ID. Mr. Rozzi's first complete project. I'm talking shrunk wrap, bar-coded, full color, a complete masterpiece with the playful yet serious lead-off title track, Mistaken ID, a remake of Cloud9, and the utterly hypnotizing How You Feel. Mr. Rozzi shall be glorified by his hip-hop peers once again. And now, with work coming in all directions, shows, modeling, and acting alongside just MCing every day, it was time to expand the market, especially since the failed marriage to the beautiful Graffiti Sky. Mr. Rozzi is ATL bound. But nothing is ever as easy as you want it to be.
Sorry, Mr. Rozzi, for stopping ya. As I go about my merry way, more broke than I was before, but now extra late. Mistaken identity, you won't catch me for no mistaken identity. No one remember seeing me in this vicinity. Mistaken identity, you're gonna hear a lot from me. Mistaken identity, mistaken identity, you won't catch me for no mistaken identity. No one remember seeing me in this vicinity. Mistaken identity, you're gonna hear a lot from me. It don't stop from me, nor do I stop for red and white octangular signs. I keep some driving a fool for breaking rules. Master the death survivalist. Par beside some live kids, hey, that's him. Super slim, you was talking trash last week. Who me, it couldn't be y'all must have me confused. They laugh like they're amused. Did I put on my clown suit? What's the scoop? F you. My middle finger lingers in the breeze like a kite and string. War gritting my teeth, I should've slapped all three. But look, should've never could've, so I made a U-turn. Grinning devilish, popping knuckles pointing, you learn. Smiles turned upside down in the frowns. I still got teeth marks on my thumb from the second one in line to feel this. Ask my man, you gon' feel this. But straight up, wait up. If it wasn't the cuz, then don't say that it was. It's mistaken identity, I get it right. Mistaken identity, you won't catch me for no mistaken identity. No one remember seeing me in this vicinity. Mistaken identity, you're gonna hear a lot from me. Mistaken identity, mistaken identity, you won't catch me for no mistaken identity. Seeing me in this vicinity, mistaken identity. You're gonna hear a lot from me. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating the facts and explaining the situation. Put it in your own text. Next, I was at work, 6 minutes to get off. I'ma keep up with the time, that ain't gonna slip my mind. 4 o'clock on the dot, I passed this lady clutching the purse at the
Georgia, here we come with a trunk full of product, 85 southbound. It was no surprise that Atlanta's underground hip-hop scene did not just fall to its knees and bow when Mr. Rozzi emerged in early 2002.
La 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 la. What you see is what you get. La 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 la. We have come to represent. Por favor, visita mi casa, su casa. I've been in many buildings, got a lot of high-rise ceilings. Audio 2 is who I was feeling when I was chilling. 4 heads, a nice spade game, start dealing. Joker, deuce, ace, house rules. You can play a move, play it cool. I got mentality of old school. But over here ain't no fools. Let's walk, I'd rather show you. Let's walk. If you get too weak, I hold you. Even carry if it's necessary. That's my word. We need to stop fighting with ourselves, because that's for the birds.
When people see me, they see peace. That's my motto. I love women like Johnny Bravo. La 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 la. What you see is what you get. La 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 la. We have come to represent. Especially with the Dirty South team going on. Mr. GQ Pretty Boy come through the door. And to top it all off, he's rapping North Carolina, Carolina Blue and White. So I followed up on my true calling, the poetry circuit. And one thing I enjoy about poetry circuits, they listen to every word, a cappella, to music, to the live band. They listen, and that is what I needed. What you see is what you get, yeah. La 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 la. We have come to represent. It's funny how some things happen. Gotta keep rapping. My method's under siege. Practice what you preach. What y'all wanna see? A frail record industry? Check. Brothers treating women with no respect? Check that. I'm skeptic of your longevity, so exit. Send friendly fire. Then a barrage of blue steel. A constant threat. Anti-government. I hate taxes. I wasn't conceived when Black Panthers were established. Me and hip-hop got married in the spring of '86. I'm an entertainer, always on the road, so have forgiveness. Our interests start conflicting and lead to bad business. I have to 86 any witnesses. I'm a bad, bad man, but that's bad meaning good. The 13th ghost, I rush spots in your hood. Like Jeepers Creepers, if I hear you talk slick, feels awkward in a plastic bag stuffed inside a closet like la 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 la. What you see is what you get. La 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 la. We have come to represent. La 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 la. What you see is what you get. Yeah. La 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 la. We have come to represent. Mr. Rozzi, peace and love. So I followed my true calling, the poetry circuit, hitting up every poetry venue possible. And you know what? They was feeling me, and I was definitely feeling them. What's it gonna be? Nothing. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. Way Overdue is coming to you. My man Pan, we get ready for this show next week. But we're gonna do this one time exclusively. My man. So in between traveling 85 on the regular, doing hip-hop shows in NC and poetry shows in GA, Rozzi hooked up with several organizations, crews, and cliques, and just upped the networking along with dropping a mixtape style CD titled The Last Unicorn Uncut, containing previously released material, freestyle, acapella, and live work, I Love Myself, recorded at the legendary MGA. The stars really started aligning. Y'all alright? I will always love myself, and it go like I will always love myself. I 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 love myself. Street corners, they filled with dozens of individuals. The stock exchange, one big game. I am but a name. 9-digit numerical order filled with blood and water, human flesh. Highly intelligent. When I say I love myself, it's not irrelevant. We connect like power lines. Deep electricity when I ride. Seeking out your time. Been on the road a long time. The second L is a 5. I'm just glad to be alive and change exhausting rides. Won't stop to the blue ribbon first prize resides in me humble the bow. More like a tadpole, street life and stage show. Father figure to exclusive rhyme delivery. Yo, I will always love myself, and it goes like I will always love myself. Now here it go. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself.
myself. The ability to establish trust is a must. Look me in the eye so it won't be no surprise. It's the pirate. Self-deceptive thieves with ease. Girls shit for G's. I used to sweat for minimum wage, but crime doesn't pay. I did learn that. MC's finest, I did earn that. Through strength, unlimited love, pride, determination, discipline, willing to preserve. Keep the faith. We gonna keep it straight with all the above. Night and day at the NGL, every day, all day. Y'all feeling me? Yeah! Alright, well, let's sing it down. Look. I love myself. Always love myself. And it go like I will always love myself. Now, everybody, I love myself. 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 See, I love myself so much, sometimes I hug myself, but so what? People used to whisper like you'll never blow up. I can show you it's time for a sight from Mr. Rozzi shows up. You feeling me? White Town, she throws up, literally. Find your purpose in life, husband or wife, big house with a picket fence, a couple of kids. Decisions, I move off my male intuition with persistence and help from my assistant. We gonna get this, are you with this? Spread love like an addiction, that's the mission. Everyone on one accord, let love absorb, consume, assimilate into your body weight. Don't stop till your head hurt from nodding. Make love, not war. I beg your pardon, I'm role playing. Picasso, hip hop or art, so I will always love myself. And it go like I will always love myself. The last time I love myself. 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 Yo, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. I don't care what you say. Peace.
Right now, we want you to meet Mr. Rozzi. Now, I just got to tell you about this guy. He has this song that really captivated me. We were attending a Kwanzaa celebration, and I heard this guy saying, I love myself. Is that, wait, am I doing that right? Help me out, brother. Come on, help me out now.
Will always love myself, and to go like I will always love myself. Now help me out. I love myself.
I love myself.
Yeah, you got it.
Is that the
you
way
got
you do
it. It's natural.
I like that song.
All right.
I mean, I'm hoping that we can play a little bit of it.
Okay.
I believe Sherry and Mike will get it for us so we can hear a little bit of that.
Sounds
Tell
good.
us about I Love Myself. Well, first of all, Mr. Rozzi, tell us who is Mr. Rozzi and what does Mr. Rozzi do?
Well, who is Mr. Rozzi? I appreciate you inviting me out, my man.
Thank you, my
Mr. Rozzi, an exciting and complex style intended to confuse the opposition, while at the same time attract those yearning for lyrical strength. I'm a hip-hop performer / poetry artist, so it's kind of a hip poet thing going for 2004. And it's not nothing new. It's just something. I've been in the underground for a while, and I just released my 6th record, working on something. Now, I Love Myself is something we're going to push for 2004 real strong, along with this track called Whatever It Takes. So it's been a long struggle. I've been doing it since 92, 91 recording, and I will never stop. Just keep coming out with more hits. That's it.
Well, you've done 6 records, 6
Yes, sir.
albums?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you get airplay? How do you get the word out there about what you're doing? I just happen to hear you on I Love Myself, and you've got to tell me about that. What's the inspiration behind that?
Actually, I was riding, the inspiration behind that song in particular, I was riding with my kid one day, my son, and he was in the back seat, I was in the front, I was driving, and I had the radio playing to an FM station, and this song, I dare not name the song, but it was on, and it got to the hook, and it was actually curse words, but it was bleeped out curse words in the hook. And I was like, no, this ain't gonna work right here. I can't have my son singing that in the back seat. And so I started thinking for everybody else's situations and their children. So I had to think of something more positive. So if everybody can say I love myself, I think the world could be a lot better place, you know. So that was the inspiration behind that.
So how do you get airplay for something like that? And how do you get people to listen to it?
More or less, the airplay is, it's up to the DJs, really. You know, push it to the DJs. Hopefully the station manager will like it. It's a big money situation. The record industry is a big money situation, so my main thing, hit the live venues, sell the CDs out the trunk, take it right back to the old days. You know, we sold thousands of these, and we'll keep selling them, keep pressing them, put the money back into the projects, shoot the videos, you know, spots like this, the television stations, just any means necessary to get the word out there.
Well, I think there's a very famous guy down in New Orleans who started his record career selling out of the trunk of his car.
Master P.
Is that Master P?
Yes.
How in the world did he do that? Well, let's not talk about Master P. He's already got $500 million.
Right.
You know. But what keeps Mr. Rozzi going?
The same thing like him. Go to a venue. I'm going to give 125, 200% on the stage. People feeling me. Hopefully they'll purchase the CD after I perform, and that gets me motivated. You know, even if they don't purchase it, just touching new people. You know, that's what gets it going. Just hitting different venues, different cities, whole East Coast. You know, we've been killing it for years, and we're going to hit the West Coast real hard, too, with this new product. So it's got to be the people, the reactions. I love the small venues because, you know, you can just see everybody's expressions, you know. But big venues love them, too. Sound system got to be right, though, you know, but that's it.
Well, you caught my attention. That's how Mr. Rozzi's on this show tonight. I heard him perform at a Kwanzaa celebration in Greensboro, and I said, this is awesome. I bought the CD, and I actually found myself just humming all day long. I love myself.
That's
and
it.
I said, hey, that's really, I like that. You
I
know?
appreciate that. And we want the whole nation to do that, too, you know, even send them to Japan. We want them saying it, too. So that's the mission. Everybody to get in, everybody who listens to it just can't stop saying it. That's the goal.
You write all of your music?
Yes, sir. I do.
Well, you know, in the time that we have left on this program, I'm going to do two things. We're going to hear some of I Love Myself, and if you really like what you hear, we're going to give a phone number where you can reach Mr. Rozzi.
Hit me up.
Yeah. How do we find Mr. Rozzi?
So they can hit me on my cell number, 336-340-5246. Give me an email, KOOOOL KAT, that's K with 4 O's, L_KAT22 at hotmail.com. Spotrushers.com, that's the label. Spot Rushers on the independent label. Mr. Rozzi, Brothers Keeper, they just did a song with Bone Crushers, really off the hook. Ox, Backwoods, one family. That's it, hip-hop poetry forever. I'm in it, forever.
You're in it. Well, I just want to tell you, it is a tremendous record. I enjoyed it very much. And I want everybody listening to this program tonight to hear this song, I Love Myself. And just think what would happen if we all took that to heart. Help me out.
I will always love myself. And they go like, I will always love myself. Now here it go. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
That's the hook, y'all. Yo, the whole song is off the chain. I appreciate the time for this. I appreciate that.
Mr. Rozzi. Mr. Rozzi. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Mr. Rozzi.
Mr. Rozzi.
Right back. Mr. Rozzi. Did I say it right?
Oh, nah, you're right now.
Mr. Rozzi. And we're going
So with an endless show record and countless standing ovations, Mr. Rozzi, after opening up for the likes of the great Roy Ayers and others, must get back in the lab. After bombarding the Georgia circuit with I Love Myself flawlessly and consistently, a decision must be made. After kicking out an arm and a leg for studio time, it is not working. So on the eve of writing for the next album, I followed my heart and pocket back to NC to put in work for the next album for Spot Rushers. And some of my label mates are Brothers Keeper, Backwoods, TMT, Ox. I've learned blessings come in many forms and many fashions for many reasons. After more than a year of writing, producing, beat making, networking, organizing, the birth of my beautiful daughter, now the return of Mr. Rozzi, the good son. With the lead-off single incorporating hip-hop, R&B, and poetry, the blazing single Whatever It Takes, featuring Virginia-born poetress Amorous, produced by fellow spot rusher Ox.
Whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes, yeah, to show my love for you. Whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes I call her and sometimes I don't. I met at the club and read her lips. Some quality time, someone to toast fine wine with. Laugh or cry to, ride around, smoked out with. Love my kids like they theirs. Can you run your fingers through my hair? Can you walk hand in hand, barefooted in the sand? Will you be proud on your man and I sneak out on your man? When I'm out of town, no lie now, supposed to hold me down. When I'm with you, I don't carry frowns. Both be cheesing, giggling for no reason. We both find each other attractive, that's a match. We both grown folks, you over 21, right? We both got our own home, can't stand to be alone, so we talk on the phone until the sun come up. We both have our own careers, but dear, listen here. We both had a lot to drink, but this is what I think. I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Yeah, whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes I see her and sometimes I don't. Her smile keep me mesmerized, her whole style is wild, but in a good way. When she called, that's a good day in the making. When we sleep, it's in the naked. Breakfast in bed, I do the cooking, good looking. Brunch on me and then lunch on me. Dinner time buffet, all we can eat. Maybe catch a movie if I don't have to go do another show. Well, you know, some things is last minute, handles my business. I'll be back when I'm finished. Make love all day, from the bed to the hallway. Sleep on one another. Qualities of friendship, you follow me, I follow you, we get emotionally attached like that, but it's cool. It's like we known each other for years, at least quite some time. I picture your face on this paper when I write these rhymes. You know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do.
Writing releases my mind, getting thoughts off my brain between the lines. On the page, heart filled with rage, ready to let my soul blaze. Trapped in a maze, I put myself in, starting to make new friends with black bearded faces, seeing traces of the sun, a giving heart, kind smile and smooth manner.
Fresh style.
Cat is wild, so I pray every day for understanding, for this one-man connection, with a deep fascination for a man that demands respect. Place black love on my neck. Words are eternal, no need to resurrect. Peace, love, and respect.
Whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Whatever it takes, I'm sure you know that I'll do whatever it is it takes to show my love for you. Whatever.
So y'all be on the lookout for Whatever It Takes, Long Ride, and Lean by Mr. Rozzi. I also just finished shooting the full feature film, The Devil's Game, and the video for Whatever It Takes. The one, the only, Mr. Rozzi. So y'all, I'm out of here. It's gonna be a long ride, alright? Peace and blessings.
Just to make y'all lean.
I done been a lot of places.
Just to make y'all
Whole
lean.
lot of places.
Just to
And I
make
done seen a lot of
Just to make
faces.
y'all
Whole
lean.
lot of faces.
And y'all lean.
Check it out.
Just to make y'all lean. Just to make y'all lean. Just to make y'all lean.
I got some lot of lean. I runs with a sick team who has the same dreams and aspirations. Make feel good music.
Seen a lot of faces.
So if it feel good, use it. Fuse it into power. We 29 northbound with the top down in the sun shower for half an hour. With a mean. She laying on my lap, but she ain't sleep. Turn on the radio. First thing I hear is cats in my crew. Ooh, we chillin'. Hitting different spots and hip hop chillin'. Suicide doors on little red Corvettes and shit. Steady in the studio making hits. Yo, count that, huh? Count that money. Uh-huh.
Go ahead, lean. Just to make y'all lean. Just to make y'all.